was actually, I started in law enforcement way back in 1996, worked my way up. I was elected sheriff at 34 years old. I was the elected sheriff in my county. Youngest sheriff, everything was going well. And then I was diagnosed with arthritis around 2012, 2013. The specialist gave me Vicodin, opiates like every other person was doing out there in the opiate epidemic going on. Things spun out of control. I started doing the doctor shopping. We had this take back box where they would throw away the old meds, and I became creative and started going back through them to feed my habit. During my third term as sheriff, they investigated me, and I was hit with a 42 count indictment. Eventually, I pled out and I was sentenced to 4 years in prison. But the year before I went to prison, I got myself clean. I went cold turkey. I recently was released from prison, April 6th of 2020. And I started all over again. Actually, my first job was I was frying chicken in a local establishment. I was discovered by a local treatment center because I started really getting into recovery, and I even did it while I was in prison. And a lot of the other inmates gravitated towards me, and I would help them. And I spoke with Addison before. 80% of the population in the correctional facilities are either mental health or drug addiction, and I saw how they overlapped. So I ended up going back to what's going on with me now, ended up getting a job at a smaller facility back home. And recently I just was found by another facility and got a better opportunity in Columbus, Ohio, working there. And I was newly married actually on January 2nd as well.
Congrats.
And I'm still clean, and I'm still clean, you know.
Congratulations. Wow. And so what's the work that you're doing at the facilities now?
I do community outreach. I go out and help individuals that are seeking treatment, and I work with other organizations, detox centers, law enforcement, believe it or not, again, I've built that bridge. Any kind of organization or family that is seeking help, I go and I'm a liaison and work with those people and bring them in. A lot of the people that find me are done organically on my Facebook. They read my story. I post a lot of positive things, and that's how I end up getting involved with some of these individuals. Regardless, what my goal is to find everyone help.
I love that. And you got to tell us about the hat. I love the hat. I wish I thought
the hat. My first hat that I came out with, I unfortunately I learned about what gratitude meant when I was in prison. So I had a gratitude with my prison number. One of the biggest things in mental health as well, and and I talk a lot about emotions when I speak. I do motivational speaking as well. I have love, and I have it spelled backwards. And the whole idea behind that is you got to remind yourself to love yourself. So when you look in the mirror, you see the love, and it reminds you to love yourself every day. And I also have my prison number on the back as well as a reminder, don't go back. And that's where I learned to love myself. I look back now and you think that it's some of the most horrific thing to do to actually go to prison. But actually, it turned out one of the best things. It turned out to a blessing. I'm at peace now. I'm sober, and I'm happy.